Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to be sharing with you my 2020 luxury wish list. These are all of the things that I have been lusting after, and I'm putting those on my list, and I'm hoping I'll be able to add these items to my collection. Probably not all in 2020, but fingers crossed, a big majority of them. So I'm going to share with you in this video all of the things that I'm hoping to add. So let's get started. If you watched my luxury beige haul, I did note one of the items in there that I have really been wanting, and that is the Balmain blazer in the taupey color. I think this jacket is really stunning, and it's completely different from any other color that I own, especially in a blazer style. So I would love to add this to my collection. And along with the Balmain theme, I would love to get one of the black tanks. I've really been loving my white one, and I think a black one would add a little bit of diversity to my wardrobe. Moving on to handbags. Why don't we start with Chanel? I would love to get a colorful mini bag. I don't know what color exactly yet, maybe some beiges or pinks or along the red lines. I'm not sure exactly, but I just need a pop of color. As much as I love all of my black Chanel bags, and then my most recent purchase, my pinky boy bag, I've really been wanting to add a mini flap to my collection, and getting it in a color would allow me to check off 2 boxes on my wish list. I also really need the ultimate red handbag. Every handbag lover has to have that signature red bag in their collection, so I have been searching for the perfect one to add to mine. I don't know exactly which one I want yet, but I know for sure that I want it to be quilted, most likely patent, so that way it's like a real pop of color. And then definitely it has to have silver hardware. The gold just does not work for me with red. It kind of is like Gryffindor-y. So it's silver, red, quilted, and then most likely patent, and that would be my ultimate dream handbag. I'm not sure what brand I want to go with yet. I have been looking at some of the Chanel's, Dior's, even Louis Vuitton makes a couple, but I just need to narrow it down, go try them all out, and then I can select. I believe that I mentioned this next one in my previous wishlist video, but I am still searching for the perfect chevron flap bag. I do have a few quilted bags, and I did just get the boy in the chevron, but I do want a classic flap in the chevron. Whether that's with a new classic flap or the reissue, I'm leaning towards either silver hardware or a So Black bag. I am obsessed with the So Black. I think they are beautiful, and they go with pretty much everything. You don't have to match up silver or gold, and they are, even though they're trendy, they're also kind of timeless because black is timeless, and I think they are perfect. With that being said, I am also looking for a counterpart for my current classic flap. So I am wanting a caviar bag in quilted with shiny silver hardware. So either a mini size, maybe a medium size. I have also been kind of eyeing the smalls, but I think that if I were to get one, I would either go smaller like the mini or have it hold a little bit more like the medium. I did try on a jumbo, which again leads me to my next item. And I tried on a jumbo in black caviar, and it just seemed to be a little too much black and caviar, and I wasn't feeling it. I know that that is a lot of people's ultimate holy grail dream bags, but I was not a huge fan of it. I don't know if it's because I already have a smaller one in the black caviar and I am obsessed with that one, but I am actually thinking about getting a jumbo, even though it was on one of my bags that I refused to buy. I am kind of wanting a bag that holds a little bit more, but I don't want to go all the way up to a tote bag size. And I'm also looking to add one of the classic beige Claire colors to my collection. So again, I can check off 2 boxes if I were to get a beige Claire in a jumbo size. So I am looking for one of those as well, and definitely leaning towards gold hardware. The silver and beige just doesn't do it for me, so if I'm gonna get one, a caviar jumbo with the gold hardware. And the only thing that I need to decide now is if I want to go with a single flap or a double flap. So I think that does it for my Chanel wish list. Now let's move on to Louis Vuitton. I have been eyeing the Macassar bags since forever. Those are going to be the monogram bags with the black leather trim. And they do come in like the world tours, so with the Speedy and the Neverfull, but I already have a couple of Neverfulls and a couple of Speedies, so I am really wanting to get a Macassar keepall. I do have the size 50 keepall, so I would most likely get the 55. I think the 45 might be just a little bit too small, so the 55 would hold the perfect amount. If I needed to go down a little bit, I could just carry my 50, but if I needed to carry even more, I would go with a 55. And I am okay with purchasing this one new because, first of all, on the pre-loved market, this item is so new and highly sought after, I'm not going to save too much money pre-loved. And because it has the treated leather, I don't really have to worry about as much wear, which is a big thing with especially luggage pieces. If you have a brand new item like with the vachetta leather, you're going to baby that so much you're not even going to want to use it. And with a travel piece, I need to use it as much as possible to make up for the cost. So that's why I am looking for the Macassar, the treated leather, black. It's not going to show as much dirt, and it is a larger size, so that way it can add a little bit more diversity to my collection. Now, I did just mention that I already have a couple of Speedies. I'm not looking for the World Tour Speedy, but I do really want a Speedy 25 bandolier in the monogram. Not only is this going to complete my trifecta of my Speedy collection, but I do not have a smaller 25 size. Both of my current Speedies are the 30, and I really want a smaller bag. When I get a monogram bag, it's kind of funny, but I either gravitate towards the smaller bags or the really large travel sizes. I'm not super keen on the medium-sized monogram bags for some reason, but I really love the small ones or the large ones, so that's why I'm going monogram keep all, and then a small Speedy 25. For a Louis Vuitton accessory piece, they came out with this black and monogram strap that has white letters and that says Louis Vuitton across it. This I think is so cute and would really mix up the look of a bag without having to go out and purchase an entire new bag. You can have a whole new look. It's very fresh, young, and trendy, but also sleek and sophisticated because it is just a black and monogram strap. So I think this one is really nice, and the price point isn't super duper high, so I'm definitely interested in adding this to my collection as well. I would also love to add a reverse monogram piece to my collection. Now, the only problem with this is I don't know what style to add. I'm actually not a huge fan of the Pochette Matisse just because of the closure. I already have plenty of flat bags with Chanel. For a Louis Vuitton canvas piece, I prefer to go with a more everyday, easy to use bag as opposed to like a nice pristine leather bag. So I don't think that I would go with the Pochette Matisse for that reason. And also I hear that it's a little bit hard to close with the little metal lock piece, and it can get scratched up rather easily. So I have been looking at some of the other items. There is the On The Go tote that has the giant monogram print, but I don't really need another tote size bag. And then I was also looking at the Boîte Chapeau Supple or Souple, though I love the look on me with the zipper trying to put my hand in. It kind of was scratching it up, and I just don't know how like the round structure would work with all of my items. So I'm gonna keep looking. Maybe they'll come out with a few more reverse monogram pieces, and when they do, one of those could be the one. So that is what I am hoping for, but I definitely want to get a reverse monogram piece to add to my collection at some point in time, just because it is a little bit different and I love diversity. But at the same time, it does have to suit my lifestyle. I would love to add a top handle style bag that does have a longer shoulder strap that is either open on the top, zips, or clasps. So I've actually been looking at the mini peekaboo and the Louis Vuitton Capucines bag. Both of these are beautiful styles. They are very classic to each of those fashion houses. Louis Vuitton is definitely trying to make their Capucines bag their iconic signature bags, like the Chanel has the classic flap. Same with Fendi and their peekaboo. I'm not a huge fan of the larger peekaboo sizes, but the small ones I've seen are really cute. So I would love to add a really small one, but those silhouettes and the Capucine silhouette are so similar. I'm not sure if I would add both to my collection, but if I were to get one, I would definitely want it in a neutral color. So for example, with the Capucines, I've been looking at the Gallet color. I think this is the perfect taupey neutral. It's very different from the beige clair, so that would kind of mix up my collection, and it is just a perfect fall color even. Another Fendi piece that I have been eyeing. So ever since they came out with the revamped Zucca print and then their new logo with that little F in the circle, I have been obsessed with both of these, and their new Can I F bag has both combined. So it's a flat bag with a nice chain strap, but it does have that Zucca print underneath and then their new F logo on top. So this is a nice mix between their old logo and their new logo kind of put together in a gorgeous leather bag. I saw this one on a recent trip in the brown on brown, and I thought it was amazing. So I'm definitely highly considering adding this to my collection as well. I don't really have any Fendi pieces, so this would be a perfect addition. Going along with the fall theme, a lot of animal prints and things like that are super in style right now, so I would love to add a Croc bag. Now, I'm not sure which style I would get, but I have been looking at the Givenchy Antigona. I think that one only comes with gold hardware though in the black, and I would prefer silver. So maybe eventually if they come out with silver, that's the one that I would get. At this point, if they only have gold, I might not get that one. But Saint Laurent also has a few options with the Croc or the mock Croc style, so I might look there as well. But there are so many brands right now coming out with mock Croc styles. Even Chloe has a few, so I'm not sure exactly who I want to go with, but I definitely want to add a mock Croc to my collection. I would also really love a gray and gold bag. I have been obsessed with the Celine Luggage Nano, and they have it in the coal color with the aged gold hardware, and I think this is so gorgeous. I would either add that one or maybe even a Lady Dior bag with the light gray and then the shiny gold hardware, or jewelry as they call it. But with either one of these options, both fashion houses make gorgeous gray and gold bags. Now I just have to decide which one. And then finally for the last one. So with my final item from my previous wish list, I did include the Hermes Kelly bag. But I have switched this up. So I was able to go visit Fashion File in Beverly Hills, and I am working on the vlog for that, so stay tuned for that. You can see me play around with all of the Birkin bags. But I have really grown to love the Birkin. There are some of the leathers and the smaller sizes like the 25 and the 30 that are actually pretty manageable, that I would totally be okay with carrying around just in the crook of my arm. They are not super heavy like I thought, because they are the smaller sizes. Now, there were some of the leathers, even in the smaller sizes, that were pretty heavy, but when I was looking at the Kellys, they just didn't give the same oomph. I know that they are held up really, really high on the same pedestal as the Birkin, but I think if I had to pick one after seeing both of them playing with all different sizes and styles, I would definitely go with the Birkin. So I am just going to add this onto my wish list. Maybe that's going to be a pipe dream further down the line, or if I ever make it back to Paris, I think that I would definitely go in and try to buy one with their new online queuing system. I definitely would not pay over retail price, so I'm not going to be buying it pre-loved because those are more expensive. But I'm going to throw it on here anyways, just because I wanted to let you know how I had a change of heart since my previous wishlist video, and possibly add that to my collection one day. So that does it for my 2020 wishlist video. What are some of the items that are on the top of your wishlist that you're really hoping to add within this next year? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like videos like this and you want to see more, give me a thumbs up and be sure to hit the subscribe button just so that way you're notified. And until next time, thanks for stopping by.